Hi, welcome back to the channel. So today is October 17th, 2025, and that means my newest book, Hybrid City Entrepreneur, the coming of age 1980s teen comedy slash business epic, is now available for purchase on any of the websites that you can get to. You get it, options for paperback, hardcover, Kindle, and on your phone if you want. Many different ways to get it, but it is available now, and I figure if you guys want to get a copy, you can also get yourself a blue cup as a kind of a celebration of the iconic blue cup on the pictures here. But I want to give you a quick overview of what the story is, so you're not going in blind, and so you're not going in fully disinterested either. Because again, this is something that I put in 4 years. I do hope you all will get a chance to read it, and it probably won't be for everybody, and that's fine if this is not your thing. Fair enough. But I just want to give you a quick overview of what to expect if you decide to get it, so you can decide wisely whether or not this book is for you. So like I said, it's a coming of age story. It's based off the old 1980s teen comedies that I grew up watching. Its inspirations include Better Off Dead and Karate Kid, and a little bit of Wall Street and a few others. And of course, the classic lemonade stand story. The kid wants to start his own business, and in this particular case, his desire to start the business, it's fueled by a few things. It's fueled by the desire to stop his bully, because he spent basically 4 years in high school being bullied by the uber jock of Hybrid High, Chet Armstrong. He's the captain of the football team, captain of the cheerleading squad, that's a whole other thing, and a few other primo 1980s antagonist tropes. And obviously Buck is way outclassed in defeating this guy, but normally he's graduate high school, he just turned 18. It's time for him to get out. There's no reason for this guy to torment him anymore. Problem is, on his 18th birthday, the bully steals Buck's girlfriend, like right in front of him, and that causes some serious anger issues. And as the story kind of goes through its inciting incident, our hero, Buck, he decides he's had enough. He's going to fight back, so he goes to visit the karate master to see if he can teach him karate, so he can finally defeat his bully. Problem is, the karate master says, no, karate's out, coffee's in. Like, what? What are you talking about? It's the 1980s. Karate's out. It's time to settle your differences through business. The martial art of business, if you will. Buck doesn't get it, but he can't help himself. He gets stuck in the situation where he ends up challenging Chet to a business off, and this is because Chet runs his own lemonade stand, and Buck needs competing business. In this case, Buck decides he's going to do coffee because that's what the karate master suggests. And so the story begins with Buck learning the trade of the coffee business, how to get set up, and all the ins and outs, and trying to make that work. Because the whole idea is, the bet is he's got 60 days to outsell in profits. He has to earn more money in 60 days than Chet can earn for his business. And of course, Buck has no clue what to do, and Chet's already been a veteran businessman among everything else. So this is a really kind of a difficult proposition. And of course, if he loses, he has to not only lose his business, which that's not going to be a big deal because he just started it, but he will have to become Chet's employee, which means the bullying doesn't stop. And he wants to get out of it, and hopefully win some respect back from the girl he lost. And so that's sort of his journey, is being able to learn the business enough that he can defeat Chet. And of course, he gets help from his friends, from the mentors, and all of that. But there's other problems at stake, because Hybrid City, of course, is not just a nice town. It looks nice, it's idyllic, except it's not really, because there's a seedy underbelly happening that Buck gradually learns about as the story goes on. And so this story, it's a teen comedy at heart. It's inspired by Better Off Dead, it's inspired by Karate Kid and Wall Street and a few other 80s classics, but it doesn't end there. It does go into its own realm of epic saga, and that's why it's a fat book. It's coming of age. You'd think it'd be a little thin book, and that was originally the plan. It was going to be probably 200-300 pages originally. But 60-day bet, there's a lot that goes into that, but then there's also just a lot of the intertwining issues that come up that could potentially set up a series, and that's I'm going to leave it at that. And whether there will be a series, of course, will depend on how interested you all are in reading this. But I do have plans for 8 books if there's any interest in the first one. So just kind of FYI. But anyway, that's kind of where we are with this story, and I do hope you'll check it out. Following my presentation here, I'm going to show you all one last trailer. It's the same trailer I've been using since the beginning of the book campaign. I just kind of cleaned it up a little bit and gave it a little more polish. So if you haven't seen it, this is the best version to watch. And if you have seen it, maybe you've seen it. But I do want to give you all a chance to check it out one more time if you haven't seen it. So anyway, this is the Hybrid City Entrepreneur. This is what I've been working on since 2021, and I do hope you guys will check it out. You can check the links below for places where you can buy it. It'll be a universal book link that you can use. At some point I'll have it up on my site that you can, again, explore more of the book, and I might have some links to the game. It's based on, that's something I forgot to mention, it's based on a game that I made, started back in 2009. I'm still working on it, so I don't advertise it much, but it is originally the story of, same idea, but you play it instead of read it. And I think that's about everything I want to say. So yeah, check out the video if you haven't already seen it, and I hope that you'll check out the book. I think it's one of my best works. It's funny, it's it's tense at times, and it's I don't know. It's all I can really say is I think it's one of my best stories, and I would hate for it to go unnoticed and unread. So please check it out if you can. And if anybody wants to get review copies, just put a comment below, and I can tell you where to find review copy links if you are interested in that. The nice thing about review copies is they are free. You can download the ebook and put it on your reader, put it on the Kindle here. And I don't know if it might have been taken out by now. Oh, nope, still on. Good. The phone's probably out. But yeah, you can probably get a copy of it if you want it. But the hope, of course, is that if you do get a free copy, hopefully you'll leave an honest review. You're not required. If you want to just read it for free, you can. I have no say in what you do once you get it. But the hope is that if you like it, you'll post a review, because all my books need more reviews. It's very little traction on any of them, and it's kind of, when you're a writer, that's one thing you really hope for, is that people care enough to go and read, and that what you give them is something they enjoy enough and they're happy that they read it. So anyway, this is ready now, and then I got another one coming out in November if I can get the editing finished soon. That's going to be the sequel to my McCrae Parables, The Fountain of Truth. And I'll talk more about that in another video another time. But just be aware that I got a second book coming out next month. It's going to be the follow-up to my Christmas book last year. So just so you know. All right, well, that's about it. Go ahead and watch the trailer if you like, and we'll see you all soon. And again, leave a comment if you enjoy the book. Thanks.
And so it begins.
poison and paying the pennies. They got the memo when enough of them collapsed. Heart in the food, dead on the table. Higher taste tester, lest they become the unfortunate moral of a children's fable. Nowadays, the game's a bit changed. Murder by poison, no longer the rage, but the fear of it lingers with every new bite. Product of self-importance or the risk of being right. Watching what we eat becomes the moral of the story. Taking that big bite gets us ready to worry, but deny that spoonful for love and forsake that bowlful for glory. And our ice cream paranoia may save us from more than just calories. Sick in the stomach or just sick in the head? Where did it start and where does it end? Start with a theory and end with the dead. Sick in the stomach or just sick in the head? Before it goes on the table, we first look at the label. Check the nutritional counts for all the imbalanced amounts. Then look through the list of ingredients we can't pronounce. Bring it home for dinner. Portion by the ounce. Take a bite now. What have I done? Chew it up now, or spit it out. Swallowing is the danger zone. Brain freeze. Have I been poisoned? Watching what we eat becomes the moral of the story. Taking that big bite gets us ready to worry, but deny that spoonful for love and forsake that bowlful for glory. And our ice cream paranoia may save us from more than just calories. Modern fears are indistinguishable between our poison and obesity. Thanks to feverish collective vigilance, neither one is ever pretty.